It's the 13th day of March 2025. Good morning and welcome. This is the news on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mike Messikeno. Now, Governor Siminalayi Fubara of Rivers State was denied access to the House of Assembly when he arrived to present the 2025 budget yesterday. Security personnel at the House of Assembly quarters locked the gate of the premises, preventing the governor's convoy from gaining entrance. Now, although Governor Fubara expressed disappointment at being locked out despite making several attempts to reach the lawmakers, he says that he's optimistic that the matter will be resolved soon to allow him return to make the long-awaited presentation.
I've already made several attempts by phone call to reach the Speaker and other members. I also did a letter personally which was transmitted to the Honorable Speaker for this particular invitation. But it's unfortunate that at the gate, you can see that the place is completely sealed and there's no sign that anything is going to happen today. The reason why we're doing this, I've always said it, is the interests of our people, which is the most important thing. Well, I don't think there's anything to worry about. Maybe they are working on their letter. I expect to hear from them maybe after this hour. Thank you.
While he was being denied access to the Rivers State House of Assembly, Minister of FCT Minister held a press chat in Abuja where he accused the governor of seeking public sympathy. Mr. Wike says the governor was not allowed into the State Assembly was because he did not follow the path of peace and due process.
If you write a letter to the Assembly, would you wait for a response? That's why I tell you, sincerely, if you play to the gallery, he has carried television people. Now they then say, oh, he went to the Assembly. You know it's wrong. Can President now stand up and rush to the Assembly? Who does that?
Is that the best approach to lock him out of the complex?
The residents. He brought the Assembly complex down. Assembly now sit in their residence. You cannot just go and then open the gate and come to present budget.
On that note, we wrap up the news for this morning. Don't go anywhere, stay with us. We will be back with a lot more after this recess.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barkamu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of your view are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
The time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. Tune in to catch the pulse-pounding beats and soul-stirring melodies that will elevate your faith and leave a lasting impact on your heart. The Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. exclusively on Max FM, where we count down the best 20 urban gospel hits from around the world. Get your praise on.
Entertainment means to me, as in Nigeria, as an Africa,
It's in our music, it's in our art, it's in our culture, it's in the Batadan.
All right. Okay, welcome back. And it's What's Up and About. And there's been quite a lot. I actually didn't want to mention this. I didn't want to talk about, but there was something I saw that made me decide to talk about it.
Okay.
This happened on Tuesday, right? Tuesday night, there was a gas explosion under Otedola Bridge, you know. Incidentally, you know that's close to where our former office used to be.
Yes.
And for maybe 7 years, I used to use that road almost every day, every other day. So there's some things, but then there's this post that has been trending. I don't know who, but it says, there's a blood-sucking demon around Otedola Bridge in Lagos. Life is spiritual. So that's the thing now. There's a blood-sucking demon. I don't know, what do you think about this? There is a blood-sucking demon around Otedola. And then that narrative has flown all through. And there's this blood-sucking demon under Otedola Bridge. And that demon is sucking blood. And that's why there are accidents and all of that around that bridge. I know, you're a spiritual person, right? So should we send a team of prayer warriors there to...
I don't believe in superstition, right?
Okay.
Yes, are there coincidences? Right, sort of, but I wouldn't say this is... I'm not a superstitious person.
So yeah, every other quarter, there's either... In fact, in that morning, there was a trailer accident. That Tuesday morning,
right.
There was a trailer accident. It caused traffic. I think the trailer fell off or something. It caused traffic, and then that was cleared out. And then in the night, this tanker explosion. So the demon was very active that day.
Which one is the demon was active?
So the thing is that this narrative of a blood-sucking demon resonated with a lot of people.
I mean,
a lot of people. And this is me just trying to be about you. I just want to add. I would have really wanted to talk to someone who feel, or person put out that post is, if it's a blood-sucking demon, maybe a team of prayer warriors can get there, and they can cast out the demon.
Yeah. Okay. From the angle that you're taking it from, I'll say that because we are a religious, group of people.
Okay.
It's okay. I won't say normal. It is common that people would think in that light, especially because of the occurrences. They've become too many.
Too regular.
Too regular, right. And it's happening just right on that, that particular, that's what the Otedola Bridge is mostly known for. And I'll say condolences to the families, that lost their loved ones
first of all,
in that
one.
ordeal, because it was really sad.
It was.
2 people died from the incident, and 12 cars vehicles were raised in the.
There was also the keke.
Then, yeah.
It's close to a mechanic, so there was the keke village and all of that. Quite a number of losses,
yes.
and
houses were also houses and properties were lost
also burned.
in
yes, and by the way,
well,
there was a church. The church wasn't burnt, but everywhere around the church was burnt.
You're joking?
I'm not joking. So the blood-sucking demon.
He identified the
power
of God.
Yes, could not touch the church and burnt every other place.
Are you joking?
I'm not joking. The video is trending.
Wow.
The video is trending. Yeah, video is trending.
Wow.
So.
That's a miracle.
Okay.
Well, people would say that's a miracle. But then, does that, what happens to the other
lives that were lost, and properties that were lost?
Does it mean that, you know, the prayer, the God factor doesn't also affect them? You see, conversations like that are very sensitive. And they're very
I know some people are looking at me now.
It's going to spook a lot of conversation. Let me, you know, it's going to spook a lot of curiosity
let me put this out here. If you've ever had a chance to visit that bridge, first of all, there is a lot when it comes to the engineering part of that bridge that is a problem.
Yeah.
Now, the location is right when you're entering to Lagos. Now, this is what happens. You're on the express. Long bridge, of course, starting to Lagos about Expressway. That place is some sort of a convergence. It's a narrowing, and then it's like a bottleneck, and then it expands again.
Right.
Now, wherever you're going to, wherever there's a bottleneck, number one, there is a greater susceptibility to accidents. Why? People are coming with speed, and then, you know, it gets smaller. There's a bottleneck there. Just that bridge and all of that. It's like 4 lanes before then it gets to where it get like three and 2, and then under that bridge and all of that. Now, if you go under that bridge and look under, you would see very serious scratches and dents under the bridge by that bypass under Otedola. Very serious ones. What happens? There is supposed to be a height limit, a restriction for the kind of vehicles that can go through there. But from those marks, you know that some people enter there. You know there's some blockhead, right? They enter there and they force their vehicles under. And so you can see the scratches and the dents.
Like trucks.
Under, exactly.
Oh.
They force themselves trying to get there because they don't want to go around and maybe pass a longer detour.
So the debris of the...
the structure, the structural integrity of that bridge also is a problem, because you see when you come, and most of this happens at night. So when you come and you see it there, just under the bridge, it's like where winch is scratching something. But that aside, now with what happened, now it was a tanker. Now there's a gas company. You know that gas company?
Yeah, just right on that.
That was where this happened. So the trailer was coming. Or understand now from what people were saying now, from like people that were there, you understand, eyewitness reports said that it seemed like the trailer lost control. And then while trying to get into there was a car just by the side of that gas company. Now that gas company has had a number of incidents, and there's been a call for that gas company to leave that place. So everything that happened, if you look at it, it could have been avoided. And so that is where the concept of blood-sucking demons does not, it's almost like what we do with every other aspect of our country.
Yeah.
We say there's a blood-sucking demon in the National Assembly. There's a blood-sucking demon in this place. There's this things that we can critically avoid. We can think critically and avoid. We attribute it to the spiritual because it's easy to let off responsibility for what you need to do to a God that you've not seen before.
You know, it's funny that you say this, Mike, because I had this conversation with my yoga class yesterday. And we were talking about how...
Oh, by the way, some people say yoga is demonic, by the way. But go ahead.
No, it's fine. They can think whatever it is they want to think. I don't think it's demonic. I think it's a form of exercise.
Oh, it is.
And it's also a way to connect with your your inner self. So whatever that's your belief, that's fine. And I'm not going to hold you against it. So we're talking about how it is easy for people to just, push responsibility and push blames for things that we could have taken responsibility for. Oh. And people forget that you taking that responsibility holds you accountable and helps you to be a better person, not just for yourself, but for others. So imagine if that gas company took, which of course I'm also going to some, because I feel like in this sort of situation, you hold everybody responsible, including the government, because there's a regulatory body that is responsible for ensuring that, okay, you have given this warning to this company. You also need to checkmate and ensure that they are compliant to the instructions or to the rules that's been given, so that because it is not just for them, it is also because now innocent lives have been affected. They had no idea, and now everybody's pushing the narrative about the demonic blood-sucking demon.
Look, if we growing up, people have prayed, people have done a lot of things, and whatever you have the ability to do. For instance, there's this cup here. You want to drink, or this mug, you want to drink water. Imagine with this mug in front of you, you wanted to drink water, and then you bind and cast and command the cup to get into your mouth, but you have hands.
And you're not using it.
Right? What you have been given the ability to do, why do you now want to pass the responsibility onto
a spirit that you cannot see, unseen?
If you, at every accident that happened there, like I said, we used to pass that place every single day for almost every single day for almost 7 years. Look, that place with a little bit of a critical thinking there, speed bumps at the right places, the right people going out of there. If you see the way people drive there, put some lights there, especially at night. Get some people there, especially at night. Basically, almost every accident that happened there can be avoided.
I think caution signs are very, very critical at this point. Because
caution signs. Some people do not read highway code
but at least
when they were driving.
You cannot read it. So at least the signs are there.
But
the signs are there.
Look, we should do better as a country. We should do better as a people.
Yeah.
Because a lot of what is going on wrong now, it is our
incumbent
fault.
on us, right?
It is our fault. It is not. You cannot ascribe it to spirituality.
Wow.
It is us doing the wrong things and not taking heed. And that is why we are here, or we are where we are in a number of things in this country.
On that note, let's hear your thoughts. People, use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We'll be right back. The show continues. Stay with us.
Ramadan, the 9th month in Islamic calendar, is here again. This is a wonderful time to learn more about Islam and give to the cause of Allah. It's also a time when extra emphasis is on charity and good neighborliness. From the first day to the last day of Ramadan, join us on TVC from 3 to 6 a.m. every day for Ramadan Kareem, recitation of verses in the Quran, tafsir by great Islamic scholars. Ask the Sheikh for clarity on Ramadan and Islam. What's more, you can learn and win great prizes on the Ramadan quiz segment, all spiced up with soul-stirring nasheed.
Asking for a sign from you, 'cause I'm so broke inside.
Ramadan Kareem on TVC from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. every day in Ramadan. To participate, call or visit our marketing department, TVC Communications Limited, Eko Atlantic City, Victoria Island, Lagos. Telephone 0708 066 8003 or 0708 066 8004. You can also log on to www.tvccommunications.tv. Ramadan Kareem.
It's a mean of getaway out of hustle and bustling in Lagos, at Lagos, with Lagos, about Lagos, and it's the vice that gives me joy. Entertainment is creativity. Entertainment is way of life. Entertainment is how you can describe it. That thing that gives you joy. That thing that's specific. That's entertainment to me.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Thanks for staying with us. It's Down Syndrome Month. Did you know that? Well, if you didn't, we're here to tell you. Right here, joining me right here on the couch is Tonye Ekezie. She's the founder of Simone's Oasis Foundation, and they have an event coming up which is focused, or which is themed towards Down Syndrome Month. It's called the Art from the Heart. Oh, I love it. It's very catchy. It's very... It has that humanity to it. Art from the heart. Talk to us about, first off, Simone Oasis and the foundation.
Yeah, so thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
You guys are always so supportive.
Yes.
Our foundation uses creative arts and storytelling to advocate for children with Down syndrome, autism, and other special needs.
Right.
So we felt, since next week on the 21st is World Down Syndrome Day, and our foundation has been operating for a few years now. We've never done our own event, never. So I just felt really motivated to do something that was hopeful, that was fun, and shows how art can be a great source for inclusion and for progress for all children, including those with disabilities. So my daughter has Down syndrome. And so this Saturday and Sunday, we are doing an event at FOSS ABA Center. She's the ambassador there. She started to go there a couple of years ago, and they just do amazing work. I had pulled her out of school because we just weren't getting where we needed to be. And the founder and I really talked, and she said, just try it for a couple of weeks, just try it. And within like 1 week, I could see the difference. And not only that, they now encouraged her so much that when other children who, for example, have autism and non-verbal were being verbal with my daughter. So that's how the ambassadorship, the scholarship came about. She's now back in school and she does a couple of days at the center, but we just really wanted to celebrate that sense of creativity, bringing the community together. My daughter started art therapy a couple of years ago to help her with speech and language, fine motor skills. I didn't know I had a talented artist. I can't draw anything. I'm not that way inclined. I wish I was. And she is. So it's kind of really exciting to see how she's grown as an artist. She signed to the Children's Art Gallery, Lagos. And we want to exhibition and auction 25 of her pieces, Art from the Heart, and continue to help the children we do and more, because currently we help about 100 children with Down syndrome, autism. And our mission is not for them to be dependent on us, but to empower their parents and them to be able to be independent. So learn the skills they need to help their children, help them access resources, education, healthcare, try and bridge the gap. And more than anything is really to give them hope,
I was going, it's funny, it's okay, I mean, that you'd mentioned talking about empowering parents, because that's being one of the biggest challenge, and like you said, bridging the gap is being a knowledge gap in that space, and that's between parents not knowing what to do when faced with that kind of situation. First, identifying that your child has special needs, and then also being equipped with the tools that they need to cater to the child's needs. It's a huge challenge. Now, for your foundation, what other than the art exhibition which is coming up, what else are you doing in bridging that gap?
So what we did initially, it's all been very organic. I'm a mum at home who had a need and realized that need was not only needed by me, but other people. And it started off with Ugo and Simpson, the book series. My new book's coming out April, I think. But that is kind of our core, because we really believe that there's people doing great stuff with Down Syndrome Foundation, More Rainbow Down Syndrome Foundation, Shades of Life Foundation. They're doing great work. They have the bricks and mortar. And I don't need to do that. My job is to talk about it, change that mindset, because we can have all the bells and whistles, but if people don't perceive our children as human beings, as having the ability to be contributing members of society, which they can, given the chance. You know, I often say Nigeria, we are the ones with special needs, not those children, because we're the ones that put limitations on them. And so that's why, you know, I'll tell you something, is that what I'm doing here is always been my biggest fear. You know, I have social anxiety, I have sensory processing issues, but I realized that this was so important that it had to be beyond myself. So if I get nervous or whatever, that doesn't matter. It's not about perfection. Perfection is boring. What matters is there's someone at home hearing me now, and it gives them the impetus to say, you know what, I'm gonna sort it out. I'm gonna help my child. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna find out what I need to do. I'm gonna talk to somebody about it. I'm gonna open up.
Talking.
Yeah, talking is like the genesis of change.
Right.
Like I had said to you before we started, I'm talking at the UN next week on the 20th for the Commission on the Status of Women on social inclusion. I mean, who am I? But I just decided God had put this passion in my heart. And if this is what I've been blessed to do, then let me do it to the best of my ability. And I don't do it alone. You know, there's people that support, there's volunteers, there's people that donate, there's this Art from the Heart on Saturday. You know, companies I didn't know even would be even interested have put, you know, money in. They're saying, oh, you don't even have to put logo, you don't even have to mention. We just want to help. So I'm just really grateful for the opportunity. I pray that it's a success, but I pray that we can show like this is a ground floor level, easy way to get started with your child. You don't need anything more than a pencil and a paper.
I think it's also, I think it's a brilliant idea. I think it's also an opportunity for parents to be able to know how to harness the skills and the talents that, you know, their kids with special needs have, and also know how to navigate, you know, through it as well. And I wish you all the best. I'm definitely going to be there with the kids to support and, you know, cheer on, like, yay, we're going to do this. I can't wait. I think it's going to be exciting.
Well, I'd like to say to everybody, you know, come by. We're doing a community mural, so if you want a chance to put your stamp on the physical building, everybody's painting together, so we're going to get a kind of community artwork out of it. And yeah, just thanks everybody for having me.
All right, fantastic, great. And and that's it on this conversation. We have to head over to the kitchen now, where we have Mary standing by with our chef.
Yes, I made it. Welcome to the kitchen this beautiful morning. It's time for us to make breakfast. And guess who's making breakfast for us? She's as gold as her name is. Chef Gold, how you doing?
Very well, thank you.
So I've been looking for the brown in your hair, and I haven't seen it.
Nothing.
It's perfectly gold.
All gold.
Okay, so you see her name before you see her. Yeah, that's how it is.
How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. She's making something really interesting for us this morning. So what's for breakfast?
We're having Spanish
omelets
and salad greens.
Salad greens, okay. Yeah. So let's talk about the ingredients.
So for Spanish omelets, we have potatoes, we have eggs, we have all the colors of the bell peppers.
Okay.
And
the bell peppers are for the omelets, right?
For the omelets, yes. Okay. And I decided to input chicken,
okay, just to give you the extra
okay, the curds and stuff.
All right.
So for the salad greens, we have the greens, we have cucumbers, and we have tomatoes.
Okay, of course. What greens are these?
This is arugula, and this is red chard, and we have some baby spinach in here.
Okay, so this is all mixed together already.
Yes.
Do you get this as a pack, or you have to get? Okay, you can get it as
a pack. But you can get it separately if you want it.
Okay,
you can get it as a pack.
All right, so run us through the process. Let's start with the
omelette.
No, let's talk about the process of making the omelets.
Okay.
How do you do that?
So for the omelets, we're using the potatoes, like I said earlier. So we just saute the potatoes. We start with the onions.
Okay.
Then we put in the potatoes to cook a bit.
Okay. Till they're as brown as your hair.
Yeah. Then you put your seasoning, you cook them together. You whisk up your eggs, put in your bell peppers in the eggs.
Okay.
When this is done, you put it in the egg.
Okay.
And put it back on.
So it's going to be kind of like pizza-ish.
Yes. Yeah, pizza-ish. Yes.
Nice. Okay, so what about the salad? Let's do that instead of talking about it. So first, the greens go in.
The greens go in.
Okay. I'm curious as to what kind of dressing you're using.
I'm using a lemon vinaigrette. Yes.
Okay.
It's right here.
Do you have any other secret ingredients?
The secret. You
You see, here we go again. Okay.
Yeah.
So all of those greens go in. Interesting.
Then we go in with the
cucumbers. Okay. And then
go in with the tomatoes.
Okay.
It's quite easy.
Okay. So basically, this is like you know, going into your garden.
Yes, and just picking them out.
There was something at the tip of my tongue, but I've been warned to keep my filter on. So I'm just going to take a deep breath instead. Okay, say it.
Yes.
Okay, so you go into your garden and pretend you're a goat and pick all the leaves and vegetables. You made me say it.
But I mean, salad is good.
Yeah, it is. It's actually quite healthy.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the good part of it.
So it's as simple as it can get.
So it literally is done. Yeah.
Yes,
So we
just
have
going
our
right for
salad
dressing.
ready.
Yes.
So that's it. And you know, putting in the dressing is the difference. Okay, that's what separates us from the goats. But you get the idea. Like, that's what gives it flavor and taste.
Yes, that's what gives it taste.
Yes, that's what makes it different from just eating leaves and vegetables plain. Yeah.
So you get to taste the flavor of the dressing.
Yeah.
So I mean, the salad is ready. So when I'm about to serve,
so are we chilling it or we're leaving it like
we're chilling? Yeah.
So that's why we had to start earlier with this. So you can see the process of making the salad. Now, I'm just curious because I know when a dish has a name, Spanish omelette, there are usually specific ingredients.
Yes.
But are there other things you can impute, like the chicken, for example, is an extra to it? Are there other things you can impute?
I mean, you can play with whatever you want to play with, but you have to keep it as simple as you can and original as you can.
Okay. All right. You know what's going to happen? We're definitely returning to the kitchen, but right now we have to take a break. So we'll be right back. Stay with us. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
As the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day from the bedside.
We bring you the morning vibe and plenty of ginger to start your day right.
Join us on the Max Breakfast as we help you seize your day one step at a time. On Max Hits, we've got the ultimate playlist for you. We give you back-to-back.
And all the biggest news from the world of entertainment, only on Max Hits.
Area, waiting the apple, waiting the shop. Tune into our award-winning waiting the 102.3 Max FM.
Lagos, Nigeria, you're welcome to the Max Drive.
Whether you're there for inside motor, you're there for inside traffic, we're there for you with a Max Drive.
You know what it is. It's the Max House Party. King Dion, DJ Charlie Shee. Let's go!
102.3 Max FM. Hit music for Lagos.
Thanks for staying with us. You know, every day right here on the show, we bring you musical performances from all around the world. And today with me, we have Jason Blue. He's a singer, songwriter, composer. He's quite talented, I'll say. And this morning, he's here to perform to one of his latest singles, Far Away. Hey, how have you been? How are you able to couple singing, production, composing? Oh, only you want.
Well, everything is based on music first and foremost. So I'm a producer. And as a producer, you can step into composition. So I produce my own records. I produce records for other artists, and I compose for films.
Oh, compose for films. Now talk to us about, composing for films, because, we now have, that area, that industry is now being recognized, for awards, which is very, incredible. So how do you compose for movies? Do you watch the movie first before you compose a song for it?
Of course.
How does that work?
Okay, so you can go as far back as having the script.
Oh, okay.
Know what the story is, see the feel of the story, the direction. So, and you watch the film. That gives you the flavor. That gives you the emotion, the colors, and everything. So now you have to now do that. What you do, the primary job actually is to interpret the picture you're seeing in a musical way.
That takes a lot of work, but you know what?
Details.
That's another conversation for
another day.
Right. I just need you to perform to the song Far Away.
Very good. No.
Good to go?
Yeah, good.
Take it away.
Whatever sense the day I met you, okay, my conscience got so what's the bar I'm supposed to do? Got me in the room, the shorty on the loop. See how we could be, how we coming through. I hope that's the wish. When's it wrong? When you come close and then it's even I know. Oh yeah, and everything's and yeah. We get the roof of my oh yeah, you just don't worry about. I try to chill, try to keep it cool. I said, I just see what the number I've been trying to do. The blood emotions and this is the about you. See what's I'm supposed to shining on the loose. I would be. Girl, now you're coming true. Oh yeah, oh. Oh, I had to know, 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 I had to know. Oh, let's go, chicky, oh.
I I love that song. My goodness. Oh, nostalgic. I can't believe I was actually going on. My heart goes jiggy, 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 bum, bum. Oh, nice. Okay. It's time for us to talk tech and the magic it has done to music and everything else. But this time we're talking AI. Chiaka Unego is a dynamic growth lead, sales manager, customer success strategist, and business analyst with a passion for driving business growth, building meaningful client relationships, and leveraging data-driven strategies for success. This morning, she and I will be discussing the topic AI-powered education, how smart technology is reshaping learning. It's such a pleasure to have you in the studio with us, Chiaka. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. AI and education, they work hand in hand, yet there are many people who have, biases or are wary of it. Of what benefits is AI to education?
AI is really beneficial. I would say it's actually a game changer in the education space, in the sense that it is, I would describe it as it helping not just only the students when it comes to boosting creativity, creating personalized learning, but at the same time it is also helping teachers in the education space as well, in the sense that it is also supporting teachers to automate repetitive tasks, thereby freeing their time to be able to do the things that matters the most, which is trying to improve the students' learning outcome, and also spending more time in also building their creativity and increasing engagement.
I was actually going to look at the teacher's perspective, because I'm of the opinion that many teachers are usually, encouraging children to know more, yes, but AI probably many believe that it suppresses the efforts of the teachers because it makes the children, in quotes, lazy. That's what many people believe. Now, as a former teacher yourself, what's your thoughts on this? Because you just mentioned the benefits to the teachers, but then what about the so-called laziness to children? What's your opinion?
I like to think that AI is a tool, right? And it's a complement. It is not going to be like a replacement to the teachers or even to students' intelligence. So depending on how you are using the tool, it's either going to be an advantage or a disadvantage. When AI is being used right, you see that students are able to build they're able to boost their creativity. You have certain AI tools that would help students when it comes to their learning. So you have a perfect example would be AI tutor, for instance. It is not taking away or providing the answers to the student, making them lazy, but it's also trying to help them build a deeper understanding of what they want to learn. So depending on how the students are using these tools, it can either make or mar
that is the focus of not just parents but teachers as well. So let's talk about the cons, because we've talked about the pros now. What are those areas that could be detrimental to the children?
I think one that comes to mind is over-reliance on AI. So for instance, you have the common one or the popular one that is well known, ChatGPT. Yes. So if
that one helps with homework. Hey.
Yes.
But let's not go there.
Yes. But if it's not being used right, for instance, like you said, it helps with homework. If the student, for instance, know that, a teacher is giving this homework, all I have to do is to go to ChatGPT and
get
copy
the
and
answers.
Paste. That is where it's becoming detrimental.
Exactly.
The creativity is being lost, and then you're not putting yourself, or the child is not applying.
They're not exerting themselves, and the individuality is also gone, because there used to be that time as children, you're told that you copied one another.
Exactly.
What many children didn't realize then was, you'd say, but I changed some things. What you changed, you still did not change the key. Am I trying to teach children how to cheat? Let's continue. But this is as an adult now, looking back and then seeing what young people produce as work, and you're seeing the plagiarism, and they're wondering how you found out. I got to know it was simply because certain elements were the same all through. So in your mind, you people change some words, but a teacher would always know. It's the same thing with ChatGPT.
But guess what? There are other AI tools that are also helping to counter such issues or prevent issues like that. So what I like to say, or my own advice when I get to speak with teachers or parents is, it's very important, right? That, hey, you let your kids know that, hey, this is a tool to support your learning.
Exactly.
But through creativity, through personal study, if you're really trying to build those important skills, right? Is you understanding where AI comes into play.
True.
And then you also put there AI tools that also will prevent plagiarism, like the AI tools that would be able to track if you're literally copying and pasting from ChatGPT. So you need to let them know that this is why you need to use it as a tool, and you are too intelligent or brilliant to apply yourself to giving your best, because honestly speaking, while AI is here to stay, nothing beats emotional intelligence and creativity, and that is where humans or teachers or even parents comes into play.
Now, parents these days, there are different types of parents. There are the parents that give their children access to technology.
Yeah.
There are the parents that do not give their children access to technology. Now, some of those children that have access, of course, they have an, in quotes, edge over their peers who do not have access. Now, for an average parent who is watching now and is trying to better manage their children's internet use, and at the same time ensure that they are up to date with technology, what counsel would you give?
I think the key word is balance. Balance is really important, because, I mean, if you read the recent report from the workforce, there is an urgent need for AI. There's a career path on that, and it is literally taking over. So you cannot, in the process of trying to cover or protect your child, make them lose out on this important skill set. AI is not the enemy. The enemy is when you're overly relying on it, or when there's no balance to sort of like check and make sure that the children knows what it is being used for. So my own advice to parents would be, strike a balance. Let the kids know when they need to use AI tools and then where they need to apply themselves as well, so they're not missing out.
I totally agree with you, and it's such a pleasure to have this conversation with you, Chiaka, because AI and education really, as you said, has come to stay.
Yes.
They literally have to work hand in hand. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
And at this point, we have reached the top of the hour this morning on Wake Up Nigeria. We still have 45 minutes on the other side. Just stay with us. We'll be right back.
We love our food, parties, and the good time. But how do we feel afterwards? However these 7 symptoms of heartburn and indigestion feel like to you, all 7 symptoms are caused by stomach acid. So Gaviscon Double Action acts in your stomach to neutralize acid fast and forms a raft to prevent contents from going back up the food pipe. For long-lasting relief, for any of these 7 symptoms, think Gaviscon.
If you want to become something, become a child again. Why be a patient? If you must worry, then worry about winning. Why worry about germs? When you come home, bring tales and stories. Why bring in germs?
Shield your families from germs. When Dettol is a part of every household bucket, then you and your family can stay protected from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Everyday use of Dettol keeps my loved ones protected.
Hello, TVC Communications. How can I help?
What makes TVC the right choice for my business?
Excellent question, sir. Let me share some exciting facts with you.
Start your day on TVC Entertainment with Wake Up Nigeria, a family and lifestyle show. Your view empowers women globally.
It's your view, let it count.
Entertainment Splash delivers the hottest celebrity trends. On TVC News, we keep you informed with breaking news and in-depth analysis of events shaping the world.
I will continue to speak the truth.
TVC News at 7 and TVC News at 10 p.m. delivers the most important stories of the day. Max FM, your hit music radio station, captivates listeners daily across Lagos and Abuja, making every commute more enjoyable. Adaba 88.9 FM is not left out, as it is the voice of Southwest. And on TVC Digital, we reach to million viewers daily. All together, pulls in over 17 million viewers daily. Contact us on 0707-272-8338 or marketing at tvccommunications.tv. Partner with TVC Communications today. Let's grow together.
We are back. It's the second half of the Wake Up Nigeria show. And as always, we're keeping the energy high and boisterous. Can you feel it?
Yep.
I hope you can.
Yep. It's been quite the when it comes to Wake Up Nigeria so far. We bring you much more inspiring stories, engaging performances, insightful conversations like the tech conversation that Mary had earlier. So wherever you are, just know that we've got the best for you.
Yes, as always, we have content specially curated just for you. And of course, we know that the kitchen has been agog. We're having something very, very
Mary said something
yummy.
Yeah, Mary said something I would normally say. I don't know. Are we going to go into our garden and just bend down and just be chopping this, something like that? I don't know, Mary. I would even say that. I know you would feel like you were not restricted or you were restricted, but I would feel that same way. I've always mentioned it. Let's just
I mean, salads are good, but you know.
Too much grass.
I already said it. I'm not repeating it.
I don't think salads or vegetables can sustain Mary. Because Mary likes food.
He's not going to do no salad.
Very unapologetic about it.
I can't express. All I express with salad. All I express with grass. I'm expressing no.
Well, we love you, Mary. We love you.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Chef Gold is in the kitchen this morning. She's making breakfast for us. That's Spanish omelette and salad greens. That's what we're having for breakfast. So fingers crossed.
Made that one small fast. Mary wanted to.
It seems you woke up with me in your mind this morning, Abby. That's why you're coughing.
Just kidding. But look, all the protein you need, you can give it to Mary. She needs it now.
Yeah, but then that's a healthy breakfast because there you have proteins, you have vegetables, you have all
you have eggs. Yeah, very healthy.
There. So if you're on a fit fam journey, I think that breakfast
this is something
just,
to learn. Yeah, I agree.
It's for you.
Mary's not on fit fam and she's not looking for healthy. Anyway, let's get to what of show. My name is Mike Messiken.
And I am Email Kocha. Remember, guys, that you can use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC when sending in those comments. We are across all social media platforms.
Definitely. You can catch us on GOTV 16. Of course, that will also be StarTimes 121, and the ultra high frequency in the terrestrial band will be 49.
You can download the app from anywhere across the world. We're on Google Play and iOS Store. All you just need to do is just go to the App Store, download TVC Entertainment, and voila, we're right there. All right. Let's get into what we have in the second half of the show.
For the show, of course, we still have a performance. We have some discussions coming right up. But hey, we have Daniel Chinedu, who will be here for a performance a little bit later, aka Scotty Music. He'll be here to perform for us.
Da, 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 da. Give me the music. Let's get the time of our lives. Drink and party tonight. On our vibes, oh. Me and my guys, we they ready to shine, oh. We don't get time for their.
And for a book chat this morning, we have author, speaker, course facilitator, industry advisor, digital transformation expert, and petroleum engineering consultant. He's the best-selling author of the book, The Digital Leader, Demystifying Leadership in the Era of Digital Transformations. And that's the book for review this morning.
All right, there's quite a bit more to come right after this.
Welcome again to the kitchen this morning on Wake Up Nigeria. We are making breakfast, and of course, Chef Gold is in charge. I'm happy to be our sous chef.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, even though she has to look up to me literally, but that's all right. Okay, so we are making the Spanish omelette. Earlier, we made the salad greens. Yeah, so it's your call. Let's see. What
So
are
right
we doing?
now, we have the potatoes rinsed, chopped off cuts. Then we put the salt.
Okay.
For taste.
Okay.
See?
Obviously, for the potatoes to be so thinly sliced, it's just going to be for a few minutes.
Yes.
That you're gonna
it's not going to
fry it,
take
so it's not going to be for long.
so long. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now, contrary to what Mike said earlier, ignore that, scratch that. I'm also fit fam. Yeah, though mostly in my dreams, but I'm really fit fam. I am. Yeah. I try to eat healthy sometimes. You know.
What
plantain
healthy?
Chips.
Plantain chips.
Yes, it's plantain. Ignore the chips. Yeah. And I also try as much as possible to do some exercise. I go to the gym.
You do?
In my dreams.
Oh.
But I climb the stairs.
In your dreams too?
No, actually, reality these days. Well, I like to walk. I walk a lot. I walk a lot. So that's my way of exercising. I take long walks and all. But that's basically it for me.
I mean, it works.
Everything
if it's
else.
consistent.
Yeah, that's why I'm not as big as I ought to have been, considering. Yeah, because I walk. Don't be deceived by the dress, so I'm actually slimmer than this.
Are you?
Yeah, I am. See now.
Where is the slim? I'm looking for it. So
I'm about to turn you from gold to silver. Be very careful. And you know what silver is? Gray hair.
Please, I love my gold. I love it.
All right. So we'll have to let that heat up. Right. Okay. So
It has to
okay,
heat
it's on
up.
4.
You don't want it burning.
Yeah. So when it gets hot, I'll just stick it back down. Yeah. So we're going to fry this,
We'll
just
saute
like
the
we're
onion.
sauteing that. Then
Saute it together.
Fry it. Okay. Okay. So it's when it's done, we'll take it out. Then fry the eggs.
No, we mix it together.
We mix it together.
Everything.
Everything.
In the egg.
Oh,
Then
so
we fry.
the reason for this is so it can likely cook before we now start with the eggs, because the eggs will cook faster.
Faster, yes.
Okay. Okay. Makes a lot of sense. This
You
is
see?
hot.
You're
I
a good
can
sous
bet.
chef.
I love cooking. I just don't like the cleaning afterwards. Okay, this is hot.
You're a good sous chef, you see?
All right.
So we go in with
So the onions go in.
onions.
Okay. Okay. Please let me know when you want the heat reduced. I know it's quite high now. Okay, it's gone
It's
down.
on 5, yeah.
Okay, so it's fine. Okay. So this entire process is going to be for how long?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. So for someone watching now and is thinking, do I have to use Irish potatoes? Can't I use some other kind of potatoes?
So
Note, I'm not saying sweet potatoes, because we all know that these days our sweet potato is sweet, it's not sweet anymore. I don't know what's going on. I've said it a few times in recent times.
The
but
economy is hard.
even potatoes are angry. What kind of thing is that?
Potatoes are angry.
I mean, sweet potatoes used to be really sweet and wholesome. But now, you eat sweet potatoes, you'll be looking for the sweets. But you just know you're eating potatoes.
I mean, I'm more of an Irish girl.
An Irish girl,
Yeah.
yes. It shows in your hair. So, because it matches, doesn't it?
It does, I mean.
All right, so this can be replaced by sweet potatoes?
No, we cannot.
It has to
It
be
has
Irish
to be Irish
potatoes.
potatoes.
No matter what,
No
no
matter
matter
what.
what.
No
Not
matter what.
thinly sliced yam.
Nope.
Not.
It has to be Irish potatoes.
Wow. If you put something else like sweet potato or yam potato.
They are doing something else.
Ah,
You can
okay. I'll
probably
do
name
my
it
own like that
something
and call it Nigerian omelette.
Eh.
No, not Nigerian. It's not sweet like that. Let me look for a name.
Mary omelette.
No.
No?
Let me look for a name. Let's figure out something
Oh, yeah,
together
no.
now.
That's
Because
expensive.
Spanish is Spain.
Mhm.
It's a country. But we can't use country because the Nigerian one is not entering very well. We can call it Agege omelette. Look for a place. Yes.
No, now put Ewa going.
Or
I can get bread came into my immediately. So I'm like, Ewa
she likes bread and ewa going. You have said the truth. Don't worry, we are reaching there. But this is something that somebody will buy bread to, and then they will say, potato, it's too small. Let's put egg. Put it inside bread. It's omelette. Omelette is omelette. There's egg.
There's egg, as long as it's.
It's egg now. Okay, so I think that's ready for the potatoes. Okay. So putting the salt just before you do this helps, so it doesn't get salty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then be very careful about putting the salt. Okay. Don't be too liberal.
Not too much.
Because
do your thing.
Now your body will tell you, but you just for the benefit of the fact that you're learning how to make this, please just use a little salt.
A little salt.
Okay. Yeah.
So we let that cook.
Okay.
For a bit.
All right. So just for about 4
minutes.
4 minutes. Okay. All right. So are we putting this together now?
Yes. We have to whip up the eggs.
Okay. Well, that has to go in as well. Okay.
No. I'll just take that.
So we'll put in the eggs here. So yes, Chef Gold, the chef that introduces herself by her hair, is making breakfast this morning. And it's Spanish omelette, which she's strict about not taking out the Irish potatoes.
Yeah, you can't take it out because that takes out the originality
of the dish.
Yes.
Okay. Niger potatoes, agege potatoes, whatever you want to name it. Now, food. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go on with this process, okay? Getting the potatoes ready before we now put it in the eggs and then put everything together, whip it up and fry. Right now, however, we have to take a break. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
If you want to become something, become a child again. Why be a patient? If you must worry, then worry about winning. Why worry about germs? When you come home, bring tales and stories. Why bring in germs?
Shield your families from germs. When Dettol is a part of every household bucket, then you and your family can stay protected from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Everyday use of Dettol keeps my loved ones protected.
At break time, when my champ needs to keep going, he's going to need his favorite snack, containing calcium, iron, and fiber.
Milo Snacks, snack of future champions.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon. I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amaka Rakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Welcome to Warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment,
I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
As the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day from the bedside.
We bring you the morning vibe and plenty of ginger to start your day right.
Join us on the Max Breakfast as we help you seize your day one step at a time. On Max Hits, we've got the ultimate playlist for you. We give you back-to-back
and all the biggest news from the world of entertainment. Only on Max Hits.
Area, waiting the apple, waiting the shop. You need to award winning waiting the 102.3 Max FM.
Lagos, Nigeria, you're welcome to the Max Drive.
Whether you're there for inside motor, you're there for inside traffic, we're there for you with a Max Drive.
You know what it is. It's the Max House Party. King Dion, DJ Charlie Shee. Let's go.
102.3 Max FM. Hit music for Lagos.
Thanks for staying with us. It is time for birthday shout-outs. If you're celebrating in the month of March or celebrating your loved ones, well, it's time to celebrate you right here on the show. We have Abdul Salam Ajiboye, the 16th of March, and this is from your mommy. Happy birthday, Abdul Salam.
And I wish you very well. This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Abi Jumoke, the 14th of March is your birthday, and this is from Afolabi Chukurat Jumoke.
I wish you long life and prosperity. Yeah.
Felicia Oluyide, the 5th of March is your birthday. Your children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren are celebrating you.
This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Now this is a special birthday shout out to Moshorire Luwa Alini Adeiga. The 12th of March is your birthday, and this is from the Bashwa Alimi clan. Happy birthday, darling. Happy birthday, Mrs. Egunjobi. The 16th of March is your birthday, and this is from your husband.
And I wish you very well. This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for.
Ogumusi Precious, the 7th of March is your birthday, and you are celebrating yourself. Happy birthday. Ololade Oladipupo, the 12th of March is your birthday, and this is from your dad.
I wish you long life and prosperity. Yeah. This day is your day. I wish you all the best. This day is your day.
Happy birthday, Onyade Idowu Joshua. The 7th of March is your birthday, and this is from your wife and children.
All that you wish for this year, you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
to all our March celebrants, may God bless and keep you. Keep sending in those birthday shout-outs to celebrate you and your loved ones. Would love to hear from you. And that's it on birthday shout-outs for now. We have to head over to the kitchen where we have Mary and the chef making our Spanish omelets and salad greens.
That's right. Welcome again to the kitchen. And Chef Gold is putting finishing touches to the egg process. That's the Spanish omelette process. So from what I can see here, the potatoes are cooking nicely. Now, run us through the entire process again. What are we going to do?
So when we're done here, we need this to just cool for like a minute or two so it doesn't cook the egg, because we're going to put it inside the egg.
Okay.
And the bell peppers, the chicken, the reseason, the refry.
Okay,
so it comes out like a pizza.
This has to cool for about
a minute or two.
Should I get a plate or?
No, we'll just take it off the heat.
We'll just take it off the heat. Okay, okay. So we'll now put this together. Okay, do you want to put this together now?
We can do that.
I can. Yeah. Okay. Mini, money, more. Father has a donkey. Donkey. Okay, let's not say
donkey
it. If I've heard different versions, let's just know that it's mini, money, more. So do I put everything?
Yeah.
Okay. At this rate, are you sure we'll still see the eggs?
You see it.
They will not be drowned in the veggies. Okay. So this is me pretending to be the chef. So I just put the green bell peppers, and then now I have put the onions, the spring onions, and then now I'm going to put the yellow bell peppers. Come on. You chefs are trying, no. Don't be tired to talk, sir. And then you put the red bell peppers.
Okay.
See? And then you wonder how Julia Childs did this for so many years. Am I going to do this now? Okay. I don't know whether I should put the chicken yet. That's why I didn't put it.
And don't put it just.
Okay. So then you whisk it like your mama does in her kitchen. Yeah, that's me trying to be the TV chef. And then you whisk and you whisk and you whisk till your wrist start aching. But then you have to keep whisking.
So I need this to
So I'm going to let it cool.
So it doesn't cook the egg.
Okay, so then you season it. A few people eat salty eggs now. Now, you better beg the chef to season it herself. And then that's with salt.
Yeah, salt.
Yes. And then you put white pepper. I finally figured what I'm going to do to make my own difference. It will still be Spanish omelette, but not to the person eating it. Cause
so what would you?
I'm gonna put yaji, suya spice.
But that's not Spanish.
No, it's not. So it will not be
what would you
a Spanish suya omelette, whatever. Okay, so then the eggs go in after they've been seasoned. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that's the chicken going in.
So, I mean, it's not cool.
It's not cool. Yeah, but it's still going on the heat. Can't we just put it in?
Yeah, but you don't want it to cook the eggs like immediately.
Okay, okay. So we'll have to start. Do we play 10-10 or Tinko while we're trying to while away time? Which one?
10-10 is okay. 10-10 is good.
10-10. 10. Stop it. My director will kick me out of here and I'll be banned for 3 months. Okay. All right. So it's good. There we go. Okay. All right. So I guess the benefit of putting the onions early is for those who do not like to see onions in their food. You will still see it, but it will be very light. You barely taste it.
You barely taste it. Yeah.
Because it's gone with the.
So now we put back that.
Okay. So if you're just tuning in, we're making Spanish omelets this morning. Chef Gold is in the kitchen, and we're trying to put it together now. So we actually made salad greens. They're chilling
in the fridge,
in the refrigerator there. So now we're going to make the omelets that will go with it. So it's hot and cold this morning. It's going to be quite a breakfast. Okay. So let's put it in.
We'll let this heat a bit.
Okay, and then we'll pour in the eggs. Ah, my. Just look at the color there. Okay, so as a proper Nigerian, nothing goes to waste. Let's put everything inside. Yes. Even this one that is refusing to come will enter. I have your time this morning. Okay, and then this goes, I'll put it on the fire. This goes in. And then this goes in. Because, hey, we're going to throw it away. So what's the point? Let it go into the eggs. And then this goes in. I'm just going to leave the chicken because there's already a lot going on. Yeah, but the veggies can still go in.
Okay, so now we go in with...
I don't know what has me tearing up. Goodness. So it's going to be on low heat?
Yes.
Okay.
So it cooks through.
So for how long will it cook?
I mean, it's egg, so 2, 3.
Are we going to cover it?
Yes.
Okay.
So it steams up.
Okay.
Then we flip it. Sorry if it cooks.
Okay.
A couple of minutes.
All right, so we'll cook it, and of course, it will be ready to serve at the end of the show. Right now, however, we have to take a break. Stay with us. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria.
Good morning, Marie.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless.
Amade
Doja Salamadini, I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Electronic dance music because I love house music. Dancing in the bathroom, maybe. Hopping around, dancing in your underwear, listening to music, eating suya, or maybe tozo sometimes. And food and comedy is entertainment to me.
The time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. Tune in to catch the pulse-pounding beats and soul-stirring melodies that will elevate your faith and leave a lasting impact on your heart. The Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. exclusively on Max FM, where we count down the best 20 urban gospel hits from around the world. Get
Oh wow, my typical day is filled with meetings, consultations, and of course traffic, and that's all part of the hustle and bustle of city life.
Course facilitator, industry advisor, a digital transformation expert, and petroleum engineering consultant. He is a best-selling author of the book, The Digital Leader, Demystifying Leadership in the Era of Digital Transformation. It's great to have you, Dr. Manuel. You are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
This is quite the resource material, because from what I can see, it's a book that you need with some other kind of book to really understand, because it's quite technical, but it speaks to a particular set of people. But I like what you've done with this here, Digital Leader, Demystifying Leadership in the Digital Transformation Era. And maybe let me just start from the teaser. It says here, the fast-changing global technological advancements during the last decade have heightened the need to find a framework that will assist in identifying an effective leadership style in digital technology, implementation, and management. The term digital transformation refers to the application of technology to improve a business process. Let's expatiate on that. That term, digital transformation.
Digital transformation, thanks for having me. Digital transformation basically looks at how you bring in technology to improve your business. It's not really about technology. It's about finding solution to a business problem. So you should be able to identify business problem. Then how can technology help you solve it or mitigate it? And that's the whole essence of, what digital transformation is.
Wonderful. So this is something that will not just apply to the petroleum engineering field. It's something that we can cut across different strata, all across.
Every strata of business. In fact, when I'm going to any place, I immediately just see this opportunity. Is maybe why you are even talking about the petroleum area is maybe because that's my base, but it applies across sector. Yeah. So
let's go with chapter 3. Chapter 1 is an introduction to it. Chapter 3 says digital transformation, real life case studies. Let's take a look at one case study that you mentioned here, and let's break it down a little bit. What do you mean by that? Those case studies.
Case study basically, in fact, there are a lot of case studies there. But if I should come back to my base, in the oil and gas, we've used technology a lot. For instance, if you want to test a well, you used to do it manually.
Manually, okay.
Yeah. But with technology, you do it. You can automate the process. Because, for instance, if you go to deep water, anytime you carry out a routine well test, you have what we call deferment. Some might call it loss. But with technology, you can override that process.
Now, does this in any way reduce the sort of risks that petroleum engineers are exposed to, maybe in deep waters and all of that? Because I think just a few days back, I was going through, someone put up a post and says, oh, I make, I think it was $2,000 or so, maybe a week or so, and he was talking about how he spends, of course, he is on deep waters, exploration and all of that, and then he spoke about the risks, some drugs they have to take because of the weather and all of that. Is there any way that this sort of digital transformation, is there any way that it helps mitigate maybe some sort of, risks that, engineers could face in the field?
Like I said, this is not really about petroleum or engineers. It cuts across
sector. Okay, cuts across. Yeah,
but
definitely.
In terms of digital transformation, there are 3 things it deals with.
Okay.
First, it brings efficiency into what you do. Second, it brings fast decision making.
Okay.
And third one, the risk. It minimizes
the risk.
Yeah. So for regardless of any sector you apply it, those three components.
Okay.
And when you put those three components, it translates into profitability.
Okay, let's look at it. Let's look at the case study of, say, somebody who's a chef. Okay, let's look at a chef.
Yeah.
How does a chef implement these sort of digital, modules into what he or she is doing to ensure that profitability may be scaling up or something? How do they?
You just talked about risk. The question I will want to add, we look at the business process. Maybe for the chef, maybe it's close to the burner. With technology, maybe you don't need to get close to that burner. Yeah. So technology can help you do that. Maybe you want to carry out any process, because what we normally do basically is to do an assessment.
Okay.
When you do the assessment, you should be able to come up with what technology could help you do in terms of opportunity.
Wonderful, wonderful. So for every specific business, there are unique ways that you can access.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we call, because when you talk about digital transformation, it's about the tools, smart device, the domain expert or the people, then the business process. When you talk about business, you talk about who is using what.
Okay.
To do something and achieving what.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, I love chapter 8, and that's because I understand the power of collaboration. It says collaborative work environment solution. Let's expatiate a little bit on that.
Yeah. Like I said, the book is actually for everybody, as long as you can read.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it applies across any business. When you talk about collaboration, of course, technology is disruptive.
Yeah.
Technology forces people to work collaboratively. By nature, we work in silos. By nature, we are territorial. But if you truly implement technology, deploy it in the adoption phase, it will force the teams. But the challenge, like I said, in disruption, because technology takes you away from your comfort zone.
It does.
And people normally resist it.
Very true.
And that is where the issue of the content of this book, strong leadership, come into play. Because before you actually deploy technology, you need to have very senior leaders. They must be on board.
And there are people that are open to accepting.
They just need to be on board, because when we do an assessment, the first set of who we want to engage with is the very senior leaders at the highest level. 10, 15 minutes is fine, because we must extract their commitment.
Now, you said there's something talking about that leadership. You said something here, digital transformation leadership styles. What are the styles that you are referring to here?
There are different. What I looked at in that book, I look at strategic leadership. I look at vision, because vision is very important there, and innovation. Those three components are what we looked at. Because when we talk about vision, in deploying technology, you must be able, after the assessment, you must be able to clearly define your business objective. And what's the business objective? Why are you doing technology? You are not deploying technology because of technology. You are deploying technology because you want to solve a real-life business problem. And it must be smart, tangible. I mean, people must connect with it. When I'm talking about people, I'm not talking about people at the top. Even those are the cool face. Because the reality is that there are three areas that you look at before you do the deployment: the engagement. Because if you don't do the engagement, there's a wrong perception. Whenever I carry out a training on this, there's a common question I always have, and that is, am I going to lose my job?
Very
true. The answer is a yes and a no.
And a no.
Because what is going to happen, already is happening, there will be job realignment. And what that simply means is that people need to adapt to the new way of doing
I
things.
like that, to adapt.
Yeah.
To adapt. Let's go, chapter 15, which is the conclusion. Let me just take a line here. It says, we do not see things as they are. We see things as we are. Digital leaders must intentionally detach from emotional involvement or interest and deal with issues strictly on business need, because strong leadership drives innovation. Now, that's something that a number of people find it hard to overcome, that emotional aspect. We relate with our businesses as though, but that's what that data-driven indices will help you. You don't see, there's no emotion involved. This is clearly business decisions. Yeah, let's wrap up with that.
Yeah, if you look at that, if you look at chapter 8, we talked about, because I dedicated a chapter for data. Everything in technology is being driven by data.
By data.
There's what I call data democratization, meaning that anybody should be able to have access to data on a need-to-know basis.
That is somewhere we are really lacking in as a nation, data. Because when you look at it from, the other day we heard about the president, I don't know when last did we have a census. We don't have, how many are we really? We take an estimate and say 200 million. So we say, no, we are now getting to 300 and all of that. Data, that's something that as a nation or as a people, we find it hard to grasp or find it hard to, to make a part of us. So it's something that is very important. If technology is to excel, if technology is to help transform, that means data is very important.
Absolutely. Data is the engine of AI. Maybe people might not say it, but that is what it is. And that is why people just need to get the book, particularly on I dedicated a chapter for data. Because if you get the wrong data, you are going to make the wrong inference. Like you talk about the emotions. This is not about emotion.
Yeah.
Data should speak. And based on data, you should be able to make those decisions.
Well, what if that data is not accessible? Because I've seen where people wanted to do something, but because that data, I maybe in a smaller business, I can't curate it together, and they are not accessible. How do I overcome such a hindrance where where you expect that the system should provide such data and you don't have access to it easily? What can you do in your own way?
Yeah, at the foundation, or what we call the first phase, we call it connecting the organizations. There are standard tools that collate this data. And people should be, because you should have a common source of data. That's very important. It shouldn't be a question of, this is Mike's data. This is Emmanuel's data. Yes, it must be a common, that have gone through the process of verification and validation.
And like the verification and validation.
Yeah, validation simply means that we have gone through the process and we're happy that this is a data that really speak or truly represent what we are looking at.
Authenticity. Wonderful.
And based on that, I talked about, like I mentioned earlier on, data democratization. That was a term I just coined because what does it mean? I don't need to talk to Mike to get the data that I need.
It should be accessible.
Accessible.
To everybody.
To everybody.
Wonderful.
On a need-to-know basis. Because there are certain data that you don't need to know.
Okay, yes,
yeah.
Very true.
And the system or the business process will clearly define that.
Wonderful,
yeah.
Wonderful. Dr. Manuel, this is quite a resource material. It's something that people should always get back into in the course of their business. And well done. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
All right. So we do have breakfast. I don't know if you mind.
Yeah.
Okay, let's maybe let's take a look at it.
Okay.
And let's hear your thoughts. Let's head over there.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Welcome
back to the kitchen, and this time is for the food itself because it's ready. Chef Gold has been hard at work today, making Spanish omelette and salad greens. Please dig in. Would like for you to give us your feedback on the food. What's your take on it? So yes, it starts with the eggs, the omelette. Okay.
It actually reminds me of plantain frittata, right?
And the colors. Oh, the colors. You should try the greens as well.
Very
Let's
nice.
have your
Very
feedback.
nice.
Fantastic.
Very nice.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You should try the
Great.
greens as well.
So are you trying out the greens? What did you use as a juice?
A salad dressing.
Salad dressing.
Secret ingredient.
Oh, your
All
own
right.
secret.
What do you think about it, sir?
No, very nice. Very
Wonderful.
nice.
Wonderful, Chef Gold.
Yeah.
Well
Well
done.
done, Chef
Thank
Gold.
you. Yeah,
So
very nice.
yeah, Mary ensure that you're no longer, you're not silver, you are gold.
I'm gold.
Well done. All right, that's it, and that's all that we have. Well done, digital leader, demystifying leadership in the digital transformation era. I love what all of this raised. But for me, I'll give a call and say data. That's something that we have to do better as a people. Learn to collect data, then we'll be able to make informed decisions and choices.
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you very
thanks.
much. All right. Okay. So we do have a performance here to wrap up the show. Mary will be there to tell us about it.
So earlier we enjoyed the performance, singing, I dare say a remake of Tony Tesfila's Jiggy Jiggy. So are you doing another remake for us now?
Of course.
Oh, you will? Okay,
Yeah.
which one is it?
No, I'm doing that same song.
Okay,
again.
this one is a
Yeah.
different one. Okay.
No, this one again.
So what's this one called?
No, it's the same song.
It's the same song.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm so glad you're going to
Right.
perform it again. In
Thank
case you
you.
missed it earlier, it's definitely going to make you feel nostalgic. That's the word, nostalgic. It's a beautiful one. What is it called?
It's called Far Away.
Far Away.
Heart Goes, yeah.
Okay, my heart goes jiggy jiggy jiggy. Nice. You
course.
know what? Take it away.
Thank you very much.
Cool.
Every day, it was alone. Ever since it popped up on my radar pool, I tried to chill, tried to keep it cool. But it didn't. Cause on another baby, I'll be chillin' and blue. I think it tried to set the planet oceans first. But ever since the day I met you, so like so written I am supposed to do. Got me in the blue, show me on the loose. Say, I really be how you coming. When you come closer, that is in me like I've been having a dream so beautiful. Try to keep it. I'm a janitor. So
Jason Blue.
What a performance. Well
Let's
done.
wrap on the show. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Hello, TVC Communications. How can I help?
What makes TVC the right choice for my business?
Excellent question, sir. Let me share some exciting facts with you.
Start your day on TVC Entertainment with Wake Up Nigeria, a family and lifestyle show. Your view empowers women globally
It's your view, let it count.
Entertainment Splash delivers the hottest celebrity trends. On TVC News, we keep you informed with breaking news and in-depth analysis of events shaping the world.
I will continue to speak the truth.
TVC News at 7 and TVC News at 10 p.m. delivers the most important stories of the day. Max FM, your hit music radio station, captivates listeners daily across Lagos and Abuja, making every commute more enjoyable. Adaba 88.9 FM is not left out, as it is the voice of Southwest. And on TVC Digital, we reach to million viewers daily. All together, pulls in over 17 million viewers daily. Contact us on 0707 272 8338 or marketing at tvccommunications.tv. Partner with TVC Communications today. Let's grow together.
Ramadan, the 9th month in the Islamic calendar, is here again. This is a wonderful time to learn more about Islam and give to the cause of Allah. It's also a time when extra emphasis is on charity and good neighborliness. From the first day to the last day of Ramadan, join us on TVC from 3 to 6 a.m. every day for Ramadan Kareem, recitation of verses in the Quran, tafsir by great Islamic scholars. Ask the Sheikh for clarity on Ramadan and Islam. What's more, you can learn and win great prizes on the Ramadan quiz segment, all spiced up with soul-stirring nasheed.
Asking for a sign from you, 'cause I'm so broke inside.
Ramadan Kareem on TVC from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. every day in Ramadan. To participate, call or visit our marketing department, TVC Communications Limited, Eko Atlantic City, Victoria Island, Lagos. Telephone 0708 066 8003 or 0708 066 8004. You can also log on to www.tvccommunications.tv. Ramadan Kareem.
Are you ready?
This is Max Hits.
That's about that time.
Hey.
I got hit music. Yeah. All the hits.
Max Hits. Yeah.
Let's go.
All the hits.